Alright guys, today I'm going to show you how to replace your belt tensioner on your 2005 Toyota Corolla. First off, what you want to do is you want to remove this valve cover, dust cover, just to give yourself a little bit of extra room here on the side. So I already removed the bolt that's right here. Next you'll want to remove this bolt right here. It uses a 10mm socket here, and then you want to remove these two plugs on the back side of the cover. Okay, so what you're going to do is get yourself a flathead screwdriver and just come in here, pry it up until it comes out, and then you'll be able to remove your dust cover. Okay, so for our vehicle, what happened was our bolt that secures the tensioner assembly actually sheared off. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to replace the tensioner assembly plus try and extract the bolt that's stuck in the engine. Okay, so now that we have the dust cover off, what you want to do is get a socket, a wrench with a 19mm socket, stick it on this nub right here on the tensioner. If you guys can see that there, and then you'll just stick it on there, and then grab a pipe, stick it on the end of this, and then pull it down. And when you do that, you'll release the tension on your belt system, and then you can just pull your belts or your belt off your engine here. We've already done that, so we're not doing it here. Okay, next you want to remove this bolt up here, and that's, I believe, a 12mm bolt. Okay, so it's this bolt right here. You see where my finger is? Right. Okay, right here. This bolt here. We've already loosened ours, so we're just going to pull it off. Okay, so now when you have your bolts removed and your belt off, now you can pull the tensioner assembly off. And it will take a little bit of twisting here, but it will come out. But first, we'll pull this sheared bolt out to give ourselves a little bit of extra room. Okay, see right there, you can see the bolt has sheared off. So now we will move this around until we can find a path to pull it out. And there's our old tensioner. Okay, next thing you guys want to do is get a jack and stick it underneath your engine to give it some support. Yeah. And I didn't use just the tip of the jack stand. I put a piece of wood there and wrapped it in a towel. I didn't want to create a pressure point on the oil pan, so I'm kind of distributing the weight throughout, the surface of the piece of wood that's in there. So. Okay, next thing we'll do here is remove the engine mount to see if we can get more space to try and drill the hole out that's in there. Okay, so now we're going to remove the motor mount on the passenger side. In order to do that, there are a few bolts you have to remove. You have to remove the one that's right there. I've already removed it. There's one right underneath the reservoir, the power steering reservoir right there. There's one behind it in the back there, that hole. And then there is this one right here. You have to remove that bolt. And there are two underneath, one in the front and one in the back of this block right here. Okay. And then when you have it unbolted, okay, and now by now you should still have the bottom of the engine supported with the jack and the wooden block. So right now we're gonna lift the engine up a little bit to expose the hole where our bolt is still stuck at. Not too much, just enough to get access. Okay, so this is how it works here. You attach the hex end here into the drill bit right here, and then you put your drill bit right here in that end. It just pops right out. And then we'll take this, go into where the hole is, and drill into it. Probably about a 1/2 inch. That's how far I'll go. And then I'll use the other extractor to try and pull it out. Okay, you guys, we had to make a few trips to the hardware store, probably about 3 times each, so it's nighttime, and we did manage to get the bolt out here. So what we wound up doing was we drilled the hole in the side that was in the block, like this. Let's just say this is the block right here. So what we did was we took the drill bit here, and there's our drill, stuck that on the side, and we drilled into the bolt. And then what we did, we took that bit out. We got this here, these Speedout screw removers, and then what we did was put that in here. Stuck that in there, and the hole that's right there, why won't you focus? Well, anyway, the hole that's in there, we lined it up. We lined this up right here, and then we drilled it in reverse. And when you do that, this bit here grips into the bolt that's been stripped, and then it'll slowly come on out. So that's how we wound up pulling this bolt out. And now all you have to do is just reinstall everything the reverse way you did it. So that's pretty much it.